So I'm over here in one of the coolest neighborhoods in all of Key West. It's called Bahama Village, and it got its name from the early Bahamians that had settled here in the early 1800s. Now, when I think of Bahama Village, the first things that come to mind are its incredible walkability to all the bars, restaurants, and beaches. And in case we've never met before, my name's Solaris Gregory. I'm also a licensed realtor here in Key West in the Florida Keys. I've helped hundreds of people just like you buy, sell, invest, and relocate to these wonderful islands. So please like and subscribe because this is a good way to educate yourself about Key West and the Florida Keys. Also, my wife Marcella, my daughter Venice, and our puppy Honey, we were all born and raised here, and we absolutely love this island lifestyle. In this video, we're gonna check out the whole neighborhood. We're gonna check out the nearby beaches, bars, restaurants, and the other amenities that are nearby. So I'm over here on Petronia Street, which is my favorite street of all of Key West. It's in Bahama Village. We have Blue Heaven to my left, and then Santiago's Bodega is just a block away, and then you have Duval Street, which is 2 blocks away. And then you also have Fort Zachary Taylor, which is right down the street. You have Truman Front Water Park. You have everything that you need right in this little area. And there's tons of little bars and cafes. So I think Bahama Village is the most underrated neighborhood in all of Key West. It has such great character. And from an investment standpoint, it could be one of the best investments in all of Key West because of the potential upside of the neighborhood just keeps getting nicer and nicer. One of the greatest things about Bahama Village is its location. You are in perfect walking distance to a lot of the beaches. You're 2 blocks away from downtown, and there's tons of bars and restaurants in that area. You're also on the quieter side of Duval Street, and I think that makes a difference as far as the noise goes and the types of people that you have coming through there. So you're not going to have as much people that are just partying and walking through the neighborhood drunk. Even though the neighborhood has a very small footprint in Key West, it has such beautiful culture and such beautiful colors. You have these painted murals, and there's some really nice art galleries in that area as well. And I think as far as where good investments are, a lot of good artists would like to be in that area, and I think that has the potential to, they say, buy properties where artists want to live. Another thing that I love about Bahama Village is that the best festival, in my opinion, is Goombay Festival of Key West. I just love walking through the streets there, and they have great food that you can walk up and down, and they sell different art and jewelry, and it's just a fun experience, and it's very family friendly. Some of my favorite restaurants are in that area, and if you're living in that area, you'll be able to walk to all those restaurants. Another plus for that neighborhood is if you have a house in that neighborhood and you don't have a pool, there is a community pool right there, and every time I go there, there is almost no one at that pool. So the price ranges in that area, you're gonna have houses anywhere from $800,000 to $4.5 million. The average price per square foot is about $1,100 for that neighborhood, but it can vary drastically. There are some great properties in that area. Some of the houses are small and don't have much of a yard, but I would use Fort Zachary Taylor and Higgs Beach as my backyard. So now I'd like to talk about some of the pros and cons of that neighborhood. Definitely the number one is its rich cultural history. You also have this wonderful walkability to some of the best areas in Key West. Having some of the best restaurants at your fingertips is definitely a plus as well. Another plus is that it's a little bit more affordable than Old Town. So if you want to be sort of in that Old Town area, but you're on a little bit more of a budget, this could definitely be a great option for you. Another plus is there's some really good schools right in that area. In that neighborhood, you are required to follow the HARC guidelines, which is the Historic Commission of Key West. So that preserves these old town looking houses, and I think it gives a lot of character. Now we have some friends in that neighborhood, and my daughter plays with their daughter, and every time I go to pick her up, the parents are always out in the street talking to the neighbors, and it's a very friendly, welcoming community. One of the things that I think draws people away from that neighborhood is that some of the houses are a little bit run down, but I think over time they're going to get fixed up really nicely. So I think it's going to improve the look of the neighborhood drastically. So in that neighborhood, you have tons of foot traffic coming through there. A lot of them are tourists, so that could be a negative of that neighborhood. Another problem with that neighborhood is there is limited parking. It is good to have a off-street parking if possible, But if not, they do have residential spots, and if you have a house there, you get a sticker you can put on your car, and you can park in any of those residential spots. As far as a flood zone goes in that neighborhood, it's not great. Some of the houses have gotten flooded from some of the storms, but there are other houses that are in better areas of that flood zone that haven't gotten issues. Another issue for that area is because of its great location and walkability, there are quite a few vacation rentals in that area. However, most of them are 28 days or more, and those tenants tend to be very good as far as the community goes because they're not just down for the weekend to party. So if you like biking and riding around authentic Key West, then Bahama Village might be the perfect place for you. So if you agree or disagree, please leave a comment below. It really helps my channel out. I answer all of them personally, and call me anytime, day or night. I'll be happy to help you out and just keep living that island lifestyle.